let's transition completely. We'll move on from Survivor Series. This is the event before Survivor Series. NXT TakeOver. WarGames 2. Now, see, I'll admit something here. I have never seen a WarGames match before. Yeah,
I've seen a little bit of it from WCW's.
Yeah.
But
I've never seen, I don't know any. I don't even know what the match consists of.
2 rings and 1 cell.
It's supposed to be 3 rings, Eric. It used to be
That was World War
WCW.
III. That was World War III.
It was 3 rings. I remember. It was like 3 rings, 3 teams. Now it's only how many teams?
Yeah, there were some of the. I think there were some matches.
3 or
there.
4 teams.
But yes, so we're gonna talk about this. We're just really gonna go over it and predict it and kind of go what happens. Like we said, we don't really follow NXT as much. We kind of a lot of times it's hard for us to even follow WWE as close as we want. But so we know everybody. We follow it enough. We know what's been going on, and so there are 4 big matches. Typical, not that many matches, but pure entertainment from the NXT crowd. This pay-per-view starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time, which means it's potentially a 4-hour NXT pay-per-view.
No, it's not.
No, it's gonna be 2 hours.
It's only 4 matches.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it starts at 4. So nonetheless, it's gonna be perfect from the USC UCLA game on to NXT, at least for me, on Saturday. But so, real quick, what's the match you guys are most excited about before we predict this?
Well, if anything, the main event, the WarGames match.
Oh yeah. War Games all the way with Velveteen Dream and of course the Tommaso Ciampa a close second. Just because I want to see a Velveteen Dream.
I've never seen WarGames, but I'm more excited about Ciampa and Dream going at it.
Yeah.
That's going to be my...
Can we all agree that we think Velveteen Dream is the potential face of the company?
Oh, yeah. We've said that tons of
Oh, yeah,
times.
we've had that. We said that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Royal Rumble, January. You never know.
That's what I'm hearing.
Hey, he loses... If he loses this match to Ciampa, why isn't the Royal Rumble the next thing he's at? Right?
That's true.
The guy has progressed quicker than we thought. A lot like the Becky Lynch thing. We thought, I was saying...
It's a natural push that he's
Give him a year, give him a year. But this dude's a beast. He probably needs to be on the roster. Give him a WrestleMania match that's one of those where you can
build him.
Give him someone that's older. Maybe like a Jeff Hardy or someone like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then have him go over or something like that. But so that that could happen. But I'm excited to see him face Tommaso Ciampa, one of the best heels in the company. I think Becky Lynch is number 1 right now.
Dangerous guy too.
Yeah,
in the
but
ring,
then you got Tommaso Ciampa, a close second in WWE. Woo. So, but let's get to the predicting. We don't need to spend too much time on NXT Takeover because a lot of times the storylines aren't too far in advance. Okay, we'll start with the women's title match. This is I believe the 3rd match trilogy in this.
2 out of 3 falls
Shane
match.
and Baszler. Yeah.
2 out of 3 falls match. Shayna Baszler, who is the champion once again after help from her MMA buddies that are also in the WWE.
The 4 horsewomen.
The 4 horsewomen.
Versus Kairi Sane, the Pirate Empress, whatever the hell her name is. I don't like that gimmick that much because I'm not a big fan of pirates.
The gimmick is starting to get confusing. She pulls out the little the treasure thing.
It's a very mixed. It's a very mixed.
It's if you came out with a Harry Potter one or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay. It's not. That's not the coolest thing.
That was a little feminine.
Yeah. I don't care if it was a feminine. You know what's not a feminine? Pirates. And it's.
I'm just saying. You said guys can buy you drinks and
That is a good point. I did say that.
You have something you want to admit to us, Nick?
No. I posted a picture of my girlfriend today. I think I'm.
Hey man.
I think
he's
I'm.
good.
Hey man, that don't stop anything. Love is love, bro.
Can go. Yeah.
Ducks his head below the desk. But
she's listening.
Yeah. So what do we? She's not listening.
She will be.
She ain't listening.
Yeah, she's not listening. Well, it's not. We don't record live anyway, so it's not. She's not. But so this match, a little interesting of a storyline. So my mouth's not even close to the mic. A little interesting storyline because you wouldn't necessarily thought Baszler would have won the title back, and it kind of continued the storyline. I don't know if this is the end of this one or if this is just the beginning of something new with this rivalry. What do you guys expect in this match? What do you think happens?
I think this rivalry's got to end at NXT.
Yeah, if this
TakeOver.
the end, this should be the end of a trilogy. So
NXT TakeOver.
NXT TakeOver LA or War Games.
War
WarGames,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, this should be the end, if anything.
Yeah. So I think Shayna Baszler wins with some outside interference because apparently WWE doesn't like Asian wrestlers. They screw over Asian wrestlers.
Unless they ban the last minute the 4 horsewomen. unless they do like a last minute thing.
No, because I think all that was at Evolution was to just at least introduce them on our television screens just so we could get used to them. But they still got more work to do down in the Performance Center. We will get some glimpse of them, but I do think Shayna Baszler will do enough to get the W against Kairi Sane, and that means Kairi Sane gets moved up to the main roster. Hopefully, this is what I'm hoping for, actually. If they're going to create a tag team championship and Asuka ain't doing anything, put Kairi Sane and Asuka together.
Yeah.
And just have them, don't have them talk. Just have them wrestle, okay?
Tag team?
Just have them wrestle.
Yeah, and to move it forward a little bit with this Baszler and these four horsewomen, the four horsewomen don't actually ever need to wrestle on an NXT major pay-per-view. They can just be a part of a Ronda Rousey interference later on with Shayna Baszler.
And this is definitely
Shield style.
This has got to lead to Ronda Rousey having a heel faction, right?
Which will happen eventually.
And we know that Survivor Series will happen one day where we'll get a horsewomen elimination match between the WWE and MMA.
Yeah.
We know it's happening.
It will happen.
It's going to happen, but we've just got to figure out how we're going to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think now they're taking the right steps in NXT. It's up to the main roster and Vince McMahon and them to make sure that they treat Shayna Baszler and the other three horsemen or the other couple of horsewomen right, so we can get this matchup that we want to see.
Well, and they've done a good with the two main MMA attractions. They've done a fantastic job with Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey. Brock Lesnar is, although there's been sometimes where they booked him oddly and he's not defending the title, the guy is still an attraction. They did a good job not having him on wrestle on Raw and stuff like that.
And we're actually going to pay that fool. We're going to pay that fucker a lot of money.
Absolutely,
this Sunday.
I will. Yes, I will. Whenever he wrestles, or excuse me, fights in the UFC.
And he's going to flip us off, and then we're still going to be
man.
pouring money to him, right?
We're pouring money this week. We're finally going to see Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle.
I know. That's so funny. I was telling my brother I'm like, dude, you're going to see Brock Lesnar the same amount I did, and I've been to 2 events, and it's like so.
Been to 3 events.
Yeah, I've never seen him live though, and that's going to be cool.
You get to see that animal in there.
I've also never seen who was the other guy? Oh, Nakamura either. He didn't wrestle when he was
He got bit by the dog, right?
He got
That
bit by
was
a dog.
shocking.
Stupid,
dude. That's and somebody literally went on their phone sitting there right there and it's like, he got bit by a dog. I was like, what?
But so nonetheless, I think I'm going Baszler as well. I don't see any other reason why Baszler should win this match. I don't know about Kairi Sane. Like I said, I don't know a lot about her, so I don't really necessarily care about her going up to the main roster. I would almost rather see I don't know Kairi Sane at all.
Right.
She's one of those.
She's great. She's a good wrestler, but there's too many. There's somebody coming in from the Mae Young Classic called Lo Shirai. She's really good.
Yeah.
And
You gotta be able to speak English though.
And
I'm sorry, the fans are mostly American. They're not gonna get a guy or a girl over that doesn't speak any English. It's tough. Right. I mean, Andrade Cien almost doesn't really speak English, but he has someone talking for him.
Yeah.
And he has a look and a charisma about him.
And he also speaks English, by the way, guys. I heard him talking in and out. He speaks English.
The best.
It's a gimmick.
I know, but the best thing is just to, best case scenario for Sane is get yourself a manager. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Hey, they did with Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush.
Yeah, it's working out better than it was with Lashley without Leo Rush.
But it's still annoying with Leo Rush.
By the way, I want to... when we're there live,
he annoys the fuck out of me.
He is so annoying.
Yeah. Lashley. The
man, exactly like that. The man with the plan.
The man of the hour.
He smells like money. Looks like money.
He taps his ass in front of the crowd.
Yo, RKJ man, would you be the manager for Bobby Lashley?
Fuck yeah! If he paid maybe 150,000, $2 million, I'd be
not paying that.
Would you be as annoying as Leo Rush?
You damn right.
Whatever will get heel heat.
Yeah, heel heat.
I get heel heat without wanting heel heat.
Real quick. Baszler, we all agree. What's who win?
Baszler.
Baszler.
All right, let's move on. Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano.
Speaking of an unexpected, surprising heel turn with Johnny Gargano turning heel. Yeah, I'm sorry, Johnny Gargano. This ain't gonna work out well like Becky Lynch.
You're gonna get your head kicked.
You're gonna get your head kicked in by Aleister
I don't know how
Black.
far this goes after this, but this will be one of those good old-fashioned NXT random singles matches that's gonna be great.
Yeah, watch
out, It's gonna be 30
Gargano.
minutes, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm disappointed that I know they had the WarGames match, but I'm disappointed we don't have a tag team match. NXT tag team matches are some of the best. I know WarGames is a tag team match, but it's different. It's inside a steel cage or Hell in a Cell, whatever that thing is. So I'm disappointed that.
It's a cell, bro.
Moving on. So we all Aleister Black too. We all agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my man.
So
Aleister Black.
so moving on to the WarGames match. No titles on the line for this. Undisputed Era. All 4 members. Bobby Fish is finally back. I love it. Bobby Fish is finally back. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. Versus Pete Dunne, Ricochet, Pete Dunne, right?
Pete Dunne.
Excuse me, Jared Smith, and the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe, who I have not seen wrestle before.
Oh, they're
Good
great.
team.
I have no idea who's going to win this match. Do you guys have an idea? I don't know enough about this.
It's time for Adam Cole to get ascended up to the NXT Championship, and this is his first match that gets him on that trajectory to become the NXT
He's
champion.
still the United States champion.
Not anymore. He's not the North American champion.
Who's the
anymore,
North American champion?
Isn't it Ricochet? I thought Ricochet won it from him back at in New Orleans or somewhere.
No, that's when
No.
Adam Cole won that title in New Orleans.
He won. I know, but yeah, that's true. But
Oh yeah, it is Ricochet. Ricochet is the champion.
But right now he's a champion.
Oh, that
Ricochet.
works out perfect then. Yeah, Adam Cole's winning this match. Or is Adam Cole losing this match?
Adam Cole is winning this matchup.
The Undisputed Era, the Undisputed Era. Then
I'm actually going to disagree. I think Ricochet and Dunn and the War Raiders win the match. I think there's some tomfoolery, maybe a little dissension possibly in the Undisputed Era in this match. You get all 4 guys in the ring. Something could go wrong, and there could maybe be the beginning of possibly Adam Cole splitting off or something like that.
in order for
I'm
him,
going random. I have no idea what's going to happen.
in order for him to
And
pursue
now we're
the
saying shit
NXT
about power
Championship.
lines. What's going on here?
What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say that. So it's just a way for him to advance to the NXT Championship, then, huh? For him to go separate ways from the Undisputed Era.
Yeah. I could see not necessarily the entire Undisputed Era coming up to the roster at one time.
Yeah,
I could see
we can't.
Adam Cole going up first and then the rest of the guys coming up after. So this could be, you're right. I'm going to agree with you, but I don't think they win. I think they lose. What's your prediction on the match?
I'm gonna go with Undisputed Era. I think they're gonna win in this one.
All right, and then moving on to the main event, Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. NXT Championship. Finally, we kind of get Velveteen Dream up to that championship level, even though it seems like he loses every match. But
I told you he's The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock seemed like The Rock lost every match and got his ass kicked.
I don't know what they've done for this rivalry, but I am going to say that Velveteen Dream does not win this match. I think Ciampa wins the match. Ciampa's too good with the title. I don't necessarily know where they go after, but I think Velveteen Dream, like I said, possibly a Royal Rumble entrant, possibly up at WWE by WrestleMania 35. I don't think you can't win the title if I think that's going to happen. So I'm going to go Ciampa.
I don't think Velveteen Dream is something you want to fuck with. And right now, I think he needs to get a taste of what it's like to be the top guy. And that taste needs to start at NXT. So I think he's going to win this week. And the reason why he's going to win
that title for a
this
long
week,
time, too.
Yes, because you need to see how Velveteen Dream reacts as a champion, how the crowd responds to him, what he can do.
Very smart
he can do. And I think right now with Roman Reigns being out, and I say this all because I'm thinking how they're thinking. Roman Reigns is out. It's a Joker. It's play your hand and see what happens right now. Velveteen Dream is down the line. So you got to get him ready right now. You put him in a situation right now where you put him in a high-level match. You see how he reacts to being a champion. Does he show up on time backstage like he used to? Okay, does he have that same passion and intensity and fire? Is he always coming up with ideas and being creative and unique? If he's still doing that, then that gives me the idea, if I'm Triple H, that, oh yeah, this guy's ready for the main roster. This guy's ready for the push that I'm thinking that they need to give him to be that next top superstar. I think Velveteen Dream wins, and then I hope and pray to God that Velveteen Dream gets a great, and I'm talking about fantastic title run before he goes up to the main roster.
I like that.
Okay.
I think that's actually what you and I said, because I want to hear what he's going to say. What you and I have said here are the two things that are more likely going to happen. I think he either gets called up really quickly, or it's going to take a long time, and it's going to be another year. So that
you got time with him.
Yeah, you do.
Like, let it
but
rest.
I think you could bring him up, and it's better than, let's say, 6 months ago we were talking about it. I am more confident in him being called up.
right now because it's
Yeah.
desperation time for the WWE. We can't
Yeah,
say
they
it.
need
hell,
their
he
big-
might
they
be
need-
like he might be at Survivor Series.
We
Who
can't.
knows?
We can't. We keep.
Might be in the crowd.
I keep pounding this on.
Sit next to us.
I
Yeah.
keep pounding this on people's heads because it's true. With Roman Reigns being out, everything is just completely fucked up for the WWE.
Yeah.
Like there is no plans in place. I haven't heard a single thing about what WrestleMania is going to be. And usually we hear about what WrestleMania is going to be at the day after
There are
WrestleMania.
so many storylines that could be built to be the main event of WrestleMania right now, and I literally have no idea what it's going to be. There's so much, which is great. It's
which is fantastic. They've got me interested during football season.
yeah, no, this
Wow.
has been. This is the first time, probably since like the Raw after WrestleMania, that I've been this excited to watch wrestling this week. Especially when Becky Lynch and Raw, they invaded Raw and she's all
Yeah.
bloody and all that stuff. I was excited to see SmackDown.
Well, that's what they did last
What
year.
in the hell is going to happen? And we even got more because we got WWE Championship match. We got Daniel Bryan turning heel, win the damn WWE Championship
Yeah.
for the first time since.
So anything could happen
Yeah.
at this weekend.
Exactly.
on
But so,
Sunday.
what's your prediction? Because we do need to move on to Survivor
Ciampa,
Series, but-
I know that he's gonna prove to Velveteen Dream he's gonna be a violent and aggressive opponent to him.
beat the shit out of him.
He's gonna beat the living shit out of Velveteen Dream. But if anything, Velveteen Dream, I think he might come out on top. Might do like an upset victory on
Ooh,
Ciampa.
that would be crazy.
You know, if anything.
I like
so-
it. 3 different predictions. I like it.
And let's be on, and let's also take a fact that Velveteen Dreams face Aleister Black, so he knows how to mesh his style with the hard hitting style of someone like Tommaso Ciampa because he's gotten that experience with Aleister Black. You know, he's gotten that experience with Chris Hero. You know, he's had a ton of matches in his belt with a lot of high quality wrestling independent stars. Ricochet's been able to give him that knowledge that he needs in order to get to that next level to be a main event quality superstar. So let's not take away from the fact Velveteen can go in the ring.
He can,
and that's because of his matches beforehand. We're looking at these matches and saying, oh, he lost. But let's look at what he's learning from these matches as fans, knowing the fact that this is scripted, that this is booked, that this is a work. And let's appreciate the guys who've helped him along the way because that's what wrestling is all about. It's about helping your fellow brother and sister and making a lot of money along the way.